They come and go.
Tell me why I had that song stuck in my head too.
So we're gay. You mean you're gay?
Red, gold, and green.
Red, gold, and green.
You know that song?
You know, my dad thought for a long time that he had a crush on Boy George.
Your dad?
Yeah, like crazy as. But he didn't know that was a dude.
He looks like a dude, no? Looking back at it, he looks like a dude.
Well, I mean, right now, like he's old, yeah, maybe.
You're a beautiful dude.
Thank you.
I like your hair.
Thank you. Something different.
It's good.
Appreciate it.
You look like a rock star.
Ben.
Well, you always been a rock star, right?
Yeah.
I like it.
You look like.
You want to switch it up?
You know, trying to look like Shawn Michaels, like a lover boy.
Yeah. Certified lover boy?
No, just a lover boy.
A lover boy? Okay.
No, I think he's a heartbreaker kid.
Okay. I've never really been into wrestling.
Oh, okay.
Much like that, but I know who Shawn Michaels is.
Well, I'm just trying to get ready for, the love season.
I would have taken you to be Undertaker.
No, we don't do that.
Okay. So tell me a crazy story then.
Crazy story?
Yeah.
Oh, I know you got a crazy story. I have none.
I do have crazy stories, but I will say something that happened recently. Nothing with me though. It's not about me. I have a really good friend who's talking to this guy, right? Whatever. Been going out, hanging out. And she just recently found out that her dude fucks guys. And she was texting me the moment she found out. And I was like, I don't know what to say about that. Like, imagine you're with someone and you find out your girl fucks other girls on the side. What would you think? I know it's a little different, of course, but what would you think in general? Like, how do you, I don't know. I don't even know.
Cheating on me.
It's still cheating, yes, but is it different?
Well, yeah. I would think so.
Yeah. Would you be okay with it in a way?
No.
I'd feel hurt still.
It'll hurt. You'd be confused.
Yeah. Or what about this?
You know which one's worse? I knew a guy. He was a nurse back in when I used to work in the hospital, and he had a lover, or he had a husband. Okay? So this husband of his, they were together for a while. They're great people, but his husband wanted kids. And what does he do? He goes and hooks up with the girl, marries the girl, has a family with the girl, and divorces his husband. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
So, yeah, is it different? I mean, yeah, it's like a big deal. It hurts.
Yeah.
But that's a whole lot of confusion going on right there.
It's like not only were you lied to, but you're lied to double time.
Yeah.
Like in two different ways. Imagine, damn, that's crazy. Like, what about this? What if you're with a girl and you realize that you like to fuck dudes?
Okay.
No, it's just kidding.
I was mind blown.
I'm kidding. No, I'm joking. No. Oh, that's crazy. And we got Valentine's Day coming up.
Yeah. You ready for that?
Honestly, it's never really, I don't know. It's never really been a big deal for me. I've tried to go all out on Valentine's Day before. I don't know. It's like, it's never what it is in the movies.
What is it like in the movies?
Where the guy just sweeps the girl off her feet. He does some cute shit. He goes above and beyond. She just is swooned over him even more.
You know what was annoying back then when I was in elementary school? That these kids would bring little cards. I think people still do that.
Oh, yeah.
But just little love notes or love cards and
pass them out.
Yeah.
I took my suicide notes. Just pass them out. Oh, wait, no, you don't get that one. You get this one right here. This is
the one that belongs to you.
You're
my 13th reason.
First, second, third reason. Okay.
You could be the fifth and the sixth altogether.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I feel like you're a hopeless romantic. Are you a hopeless romantic? I feel like I am.
I think you give that energy for sure.
Do I?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Damn, that's gay.
Yeah, Yeah.
I'm I'm probably gay.
Yeah, no. I've been saying that.
Come, you.
I've been
I
saying
hate
that.
you.
Just come out the closet, bro.
You're like, the closet's all wide open. I'm just scared.
Like I see
Hey,
you
I
in the
come out the
closet. The
closet.
closet's open. I see you, bro. Come out.
I come out the closet, just walk into another closet.
You end up in Narnia.
It's a walk-in closet, so I'm just nonstop closets. That's crazy.
What's the corniest thing you've done for Valentine's as a gift?
I would say at the time I thought it was going all out, but now that I look back at it, it was kind of corny. But back a few years ago, I would say like maybe like 7 years ago, 8 years ago, I was dating this girl, and I lived in a duplex.
Mm.
And what I did was I used to work with her at this restaurant, and she was a server. And I went to Hobby Lobby. I got like 8 cork in a bottle things, the little bottles. I wrote like what is it like what is it called, a scavenger hunt. I
Mm.
wrote a scavenger hunt for her, and I put notes in every bottle, and each note gave her like directions, and it started one like in her car that led her to like another place in her car that led her to my apartment that led her into like the mailbox or something like that. And it just all the way up until the restroom and in the bathtub.
Mm.
And what I did was I filled the bathtub with water and rose petals, and it had them leading all the way out into the
To
bedroom.
your wiener.
And I had like a floating candle in there, like floating candles with like a bubble bath.
Mm.
And she found it and went up to
So I don't think that's corny. I think that's actually it took effort
it did.
and
It
a lot
took
of
some time.
creativity. And I could assure you, a lot of the girls would love that.
Yeah, it was crazy
Or
at the
men.
time. Like, I don't know. I was just like, I got to do something. I really like this girl, but I just wanted to go above and beyond and really, surprise her and swoop her off her feet or whatever. So, I mean, she ended up liking it a lot. I think she even cried. So.
Did y'all get married?
No,
I didn't think so.
you're like, then it doesn't count.
Yeah.
No, I never got married. Thank the Dark Lord for that, because that would have been terrible.
Are you against marriage?
I'm not against marriage. It's just a very big commitment. It's scary because you never know who a person really is. And it can be 5 months, 2 years, 6 years, 10 years, 20 years later, and they can change, and you're stuck with that person. And yeah, it's crazy. Like, you don't know when that person's going to switch up or if they are. So I'm not against marriage. It's just very, it's scary. I've never been married, but I have felt divorced. I've gone through some crazy breakups, some ugly ones. But I don't know. Maybe one day, maybe it'll happen. What about you? You think you're about marriage?
Mm,
I feel like you. I feel like you could be.
I think I once was
Hmm.
into the idea of that. But I think for now that has changed.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. If I could, I would, or want, or need, or whatever. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, the desire still could be there, but right now, I could honestly and bluntly say no. I
Yeah.
don't want that.
Your life's too crazy.
No, it's not that it's too crazy. I just feel like everybody has certain fears, or they have this idea of marriage where like it's like a relationship. Like we could just break up the next day and it's fine.
Mhm.
And I don't think it's that. I think having to be married, you had to literally fight for that person. You had to, even shit hits the fan,
Mhm.
we have to endure, we have to somehow work on things.
No matter
And
what.
I'm talking about the things that seem minimal, but they're like financials,
Mhm.
and they're not minimal, but you know what I mean? Like financials, dealing with the kids, family, dealing with his sickness,
Mhm. Sickness
you
and
name
health.
it, working, money. I mean, you name it. There's like a bunch of things that
Mhm.
just revolve around that. But obviously, being disloyal to somebody, it's a whole different story.
Yeah.
When it comes to marriage, I think that's a hard pill to swallow when you had to accept that your partner has been the soil during the marriage, because the only option I think is a divorce.
Mm-hmm.
You could work around it, but it's tough, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're gonna leave me based on, hey, I have like cancer or something, and you just too much for you and can't handle this, you have to get out. That's
Yeah.
probably too extreme.
Yeah. But
But
there
in
are
most cases, yeah, where people can't handle all that and they gotta go
Yeah.
pack their bags and they can't do that.
Yeah, a lot goes into it.
Or financials is one, like a lot of people are not always on the same page when it comes to that.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like a lot of people divorce over financial reasons.
Yeah, or work,
or work. Yeah.
too much time being spent at work.
Yeah.
Sometimes it could
You
leave
like
somebody
never off.
lonely. Yeah.
No, yeah, it's a lot of variations that go into it for sure that you have to think about, and you gotta touch on every single one of them constantly to make sure they're all doing good,
I could only imagine like the struggle when it comes to like a military wife, like somebody that or a husband, whatever. But when they're deployed and they're gone for months and they come visit every so often, that's tough.
Yeah.
Especially if you have kids and that's not around. But it's either like
missing a lot of time.
Yeah, but it does get lonely.
Yeah.
But you also sign up for that. I
sign up for that.
Didn't know what you expected. You had to have a strong heart, strong mind.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, it's a lot to think about.
Yeah, but no, I mean, marriage is not for me at this time.
Mm-hmm.
But
maybe one day if the opportunity.
Maybe when I'm 50.
Yeah.
60. I feel like it's not too late. I mean,
yeah.
Most kids are growing out of people's houses at like 18. They're going out, but and therefore you're older and you just have more time for you and your wife.
Yeah.
And or wherever you're gonna marry, and then after you have the rest of your life, literally till you die.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'll probably get married like right on my deathbed.
Would you remarry after a divorce?
No.
Me either.
I would never.
I think once my first wife is there, and I think if that went wrong,
I'm not gonna go back in and try to
yeah,
take a dip in it again. I would hate that. But being married in general, I think it's cool. I like the idea of it. You pretty much sign a pact with this person and you're just down for life. And if the person you marry reciprocates that and is down with you, I think it's beautiful. It's dope. People can create some really cool things from being married, and just being devoted to one another, building a life, building an empire. That's probably the sickest thing ever. Building an empire with someone. I definitely want to do that, because your friends, they kind of they don't fall off, but if you have friends, they get married or they have their own lives, and your family has their own life, and when it's all said and done, do you want to be alone? Even if you have kids, they're gonna grow up and live their life, move out, whatever. So having somebody to be down with you for life, always have your back, loyalty, respect. What more could you ask for? It just sucks that I feel like I don't deserve it. So,
you gotta earn it.
Yeah.
You gotta work for it.
It's crazy to me that there's people out there that I feel like, not that I know specifically, but in general, I know there's people out there that probably don't deserve it that have all of that and they take it for granted.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think that's a lot of people.
And it sucks because there's people like that do deserve it and they do want it and they are good people and they're healthy and they're kind or whatever and they don't find that.
Have you met someone that deserved it and got it? Do you know anybody?
Oh yes.
Okay.
For a fact. Yeah. I have a family member that did it the right way and they're one of the best people I know and they got it and they deserve every single bit of it, all the happiness that comes with it. I would not ever doubt in my mind that they didn't deserve it.
That's good.
But
positivity right there.
Honestly, I have dated a few girls who did deserve it and I wasn't the one for them. And I think one of them is on her way to get married, and the other
Good
I'm
for
pretty
her.
sure is not too far behind, and it makes me happy for them.
Yeah.
Because they're really good girls, and that's I just want the best for them. But it does make me happy when I see people that I care about or have love for
Mm.
find that and find happiness, because who wants to live a miserable, lonely life? No one does, except maybe me. But you know,
Damn,
it-
you're getting real sad up in here.
I'm always sad.
It's love season.
It's love season. You're right.
Talk about love.
It's love season, so that's why I'm sad.
That makes you sad.
Yeah. Anytime love season comes around, it's like, oh, can't go outside right now.
Because the love's in the air.
Yeah, love's in
You don't want to catch it.
love's in the air. I'm like trying to
It's
dodge.
like COVID all over.
I'm trying to dodge it, wearing a mask and shit.
It's in your eyes.
Yeah, I'm wearing a red mask though.
Oh, shit.
That's probably why I have allergies and shit all the time. Fuck, love just hitting me in the fucking eyes.
But I mean, it's nice. It's nice to gift this, cute little teddy bears and some chocolates. I like chocolates.
I like titty bears.
I bet you do.
No, not really.
I love Lindor. Lindor? Is that what it's called?
Lindor?
Milk chocolate.
Oh, milk chocolate. I like dark chocolate. Dark chocolate's good.
Mm.
You know what? I think people, in a weird way, when they say, "Oh, I don't need nobody to be my Valentine's, I'm my own Valentine's," they're kind of hiding the fact that they're kind of lonely and sad. Maybe not everybody, but I feel like it's just a way to dodge the fact that, oh, I don't want to admit that I feel lonely on this day while everybody's out with their significant other or whatever.
I mean, it is kind of annoying.
It is,
especially if you're single and don't have nobody to.
No, it definitely,
it
definitely
you
is.
feel some type of I don't want to say jealousy, but at least to
like
that.
envy or something.
Yeah, envy. Well, what did you get? And nothing. I didn't get anything.
Yeah, like, okay, cool. You could brag about it, but whatever. Like, I'm not.
It's kind of like when somebody says, like, "Hey, Happy Father's Day." And you're like, "But I'm not even a dad."
Who does that?
No, I remember at the hospital they would do that, and they would tell me, "Hey, Happy Father's Day." I'm like, "I have kids. I want kids." It made me sad. I'm like, "Damn."
They're telling you that?
Yeah, I was like, "All right."
Like,
I'll be daddy.
Oh, because
Yeah.
they found out that girls call you daddy.
No, I would just work daddy.
Oh, okay.
Take care of everybody.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm work daddy. You listen to me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So how you feeling?
Feeling?
Hmm?
Okay.
You good?
Chilling.
Chilling?
No, I'm feeling a little depressed.
Yeah. Why do you say that?
I don't know. I don't really talk on depression a lot. I feel like I don't really dwell on that.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm one of those people that just tackle those feelings on my own ways, but never like in a, what do they call it? Self-harm one.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just all mental. If I'm feeling some type of way, I just gotta figure it out in my head. But I don't know. It's a struggle. I also feel like I'm not an advocate for depression. I feel like sometimes that's made up, or that word just gets thrown around so much that it's an excuse. I think we talked about like mental illnesses before, like in another episode, and then I feel like that's one of those things where people always feel like they're diagnosed, or like even if you haven't been diagnosed for sure, they just use that as a excuse to self-sabotage. And again, I'm not talking crap or saying that it doesn't exist, but I'm also saying that I don't think it's real.
Yeah.
It's contradicting. I know. I get it.
You think it's all in your head?
I just no. I mean, I know people really, really, really struggle with some stuff, but some people take it out of hand, dude. Like I said, me, I feel like my life, I've endured so much, dealt with so much, but I never seek to harm. I never seek to harm myself or drown myself in my sorrows. And I just kind of like figured out how to get out of that hole somehow. I had to find the distractions. I had to, I don't know.
I could see where some people take it to the extreme with depression, because I think to a certain point you have to do something for yourself. You can't just sit around and woe is me. because at a certain point it starts becoming selfish because it starts affecting the people around you.
Yeah, there you go.
You know what I mean? So I get it being sad. Sometimes you can't really help it.
I feel like it's normal to say that you're sad.
Yeah.
It's a normal feeling. It's a normal
Because
human
it's an
emotion.
emotion. Yeah.
Yeah. So when I say depressed, I know it could be taken out of like context where like, damn, this dude's really going through it.
Mhm.
But no, it's okay to be sad. It's okay to
Mhm.
feel some
Like
type of way.
extreme sadness. It's okay to.
Yeah. But again, dude, I feel like nowadays everybody just says they have depression,
Mhm.
and it's not easy to work around with it. I've been told that I don't have emotions sometimes. I don't have feelings, but it's
Mhm.
more like I try to suppress that, and it's also not good. But it's
Mhm.
like, what do you want me to do?
Yeah.
Like, you want me to cry? You want me to, throw a little tantrum? What do you want me to do? This is literally this is me in my
Mhm.
sad moment. Like, this is just me.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. Is that not normal? I don't know.
Mhm.
Am I weird? Everybody
That
copes
makes sense.
different.
Yeah. With their emotions.
Yeah. I find it hard to work with somebody that has depression that's very dear to me,
Mhm.
close to my circle, or because sometimes you try to help people out and you try to find ways. You could read about it in books or read about it online on how to
Yeah.
like help an individual get out of that mindset. But it takes the individual to want to do that.
Yeah.
Like, you have to be willing to get out. I could give you a hand, but you have to reach for it. But if you don't want it, don't let me drown with you. Don't drown me with you. Does that
Mhm.
make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And I feel like I've experienced that to the point where it started affecting me by trying to save others. And I'm like, damn, now I feel like it's messing with my own mental health.
Mhm.
So what do you do? Do you turn your back on that person? That's awful. But what else can you do without you sacrificing your own mental sanity?
Mhm. Without you having to drown too.
Yeah. So, and you could again, people could tell me in the comments or whatever. That's like they could find therapy, they could find help. A lot of people don't want the help, bro.
Mhm.
A lot of people don't want to talk to no therapist.
Mhm.
A lot of people don't want to be heard, or I don't know, they just want to be stuck in those ways. Um, some people will blame you for things. Some
Mhm.
people will say that you're not doing enough, and you could try everything by the handbook. You could try everything, but for some reason it doesn't work. Once somebody is in that certain mood, it's kind of hard.
Yeah. No,
So
definitely.
again, my depression is like I'll keep it to myself. I could bring it up, but it's like I'm not trying to bring anybody down with me. It's
Mhm.
like I'll bring myself down.
Yeah. You're like, I'll just, you know, be in the dark over here.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to bring it to anybody. I
Yeah.
don't want to rain on anybody's parade.
But again, I think me, I don't know, maybe it's my mental stability, but it's just like I try to find distractions to get me out of that hole,
Yeah.
Back then, I think when I was younger, it was more like playing video games or, I don't know, watching a movie, watching TV.
Hanging out.
Sounds silly.
Hanging out with friends.
I didn't really get to hang out with friends. That's part of why, like, I was like, damn, I'm stuck at home all the time. Or
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
stuck watching my siblings because they were minors and I was the older brother.
Yeah.
I'm the older brother. So I was stuck doing that.
Yeah.
But maybe that's what it is. Maybe I just had to figure it out myself. It was like a survival skill. But I don't know.
Like you said, we all, cope with our emotions different. And a lot of times we don't want to talk about the sad parts because we don't want to bring, anyone else down with us. As opposed to when we're like happy and on a good vibe, we want to spread that. We want to bring it around and have everybody feel the good vibes and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, I get when you say I don't want to talk about my feelings. I'd rather just drown in my own sorrow because that's kind of how I am. I whenever I'm sad, I'm like, just leave me alone. Like I just don't want to talk. And people are like, no, talk about your feelings. I'm like, you really don't want to hear them. Trust me. Like it's not something that you really want to hear, and it's okay. It's fine. Nobody wants to hear somebody else's problems. Because they already have their own problems. So
I want to hear your problems.
I can't even solve my own problems
I
sometimes.
just want to hear them. They'd be like, oh, yeah. Yeah, you suck.
Oh,
Just kidding.
like no, hey, something's wrong with you.
No, I mean, it's funny that you say that, talking about, your own problems, you want to share that with somebody else because it's your own doing. I feel like part of my depression, it's my own doing, my own consequences that I deal with. So I can't really speak on woe is me. Like, hey, I feel sad because I don't know, whatever the thing I did.
Yeah.
But it's like I did it to myself. So why pity me? I don't want to give you that pity. Like, you don't have to give me that pity either. You could be like, no, well, that's your fault. I'm like, yeah, I know. But my normal human reaction is to feel sad because I made a grave mistake,
You still have emotions at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You're not a robot.
I'm not. But I also, again, I cannot just be thinking about that right now and just go crying in my car, or just be like crying right now, breaking down, or not be able to function, or I have to keep going, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
life goes on.
Yeah, but again, it's like I get in my moments and it sucks because I really want to share that sometimes, but it's just like I already know what the answer is. I already know what you're gonna tell me, or not even you, because you're my friend. You might not tell me straight up, but I know what somebody else could tell me that, hey, it's your fault.
Yeah.
I don't pity you. Like, no, I get that. So to me, it's a whole mental thing. I'm my own worst enemy.
Still sabotage.
Yeah, I guess that's my harm to myself.
That's your toxic trait.
Yeah, but again, though, I don't sink that deep. I had to get out. But it's always gonna be there. It always revolves around that.
I feel like you're self-aware enough to where, like, I know I'm sinking, but I can get out of this, even though I'm probably gonna sink again.
Yeah,
and then realize that.
I'm also one of those people too that when something like shit hits the fan, I'm also very calm about it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't over exaggerate. I don't panic. I'm just like, damn, that sucks.
Yeah. No,
it sucks that it's like that, but I just don't know how to. Am I not human, dude?
Yeah. No, you underreact. You underreact.
But why overreact? What is overreacting gonna do for me? What am I gonna get out of that?
But that's what I do too. I underreact. I'm like, everybody's like tripping, and I'm like, I mean, yeah, it's bad, but chill. I don't know.
I think in that moment you have to think. What is it called? Fight or flight.
Yeah.
But you just have to like think thoroughly. What are the moves? And I think that's what I think. I'm like, okay, I'm in a situation. What are my options and what can I do?
Yeah, you think logically.
I don't think like, oh my God. Like, I'm like, no, bro. Like, I've gotten in a car accident and I already knew. I was more upset because, like, oh damn, I gotta call the insurance. I gotta do this. My car is gone.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, I don't have a car now.
I was thinking about the stress you had to deal with.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, damn, I'm okay. I don't have I don't have to get a medical bill. Like, I'm all right. Then who's upset that who am I gonna give a ride to anymore? How am I gonna get to work? Damn, I guess I ride a bike. Maybe I'll take the bus. I don't know. But I'm just like
a split of a second. The whole thing, like,
but then I'm like, oh, I figured it out. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
Me, I'm like, oh well, I guess I'll take a bus. And if I miss the bus, I should take the bike.
Yeah.
And then I'm not gonna have a car. Cool. What am I gonna do? Oh well, let me go apply for. Oh, they denied me. I'm like, oh damn. Like, you start doing later, but I'm like, but I have to. That's how I think. But in that moment, I'm just glad I'm fine.
You react responsibly.
Yeah, I guess.
No, I feel like we're the same because we think first about our options logically, and then we're like, is this enough to make me overreact? No. Bro, I'm gonna handle it. I'm gonna take care of it, and that's it.
How do most people react when they're in a car accident?
They're like, "Oh,
dude, they're mad." No. They're mad at the other fucking person.
Yeah.
If it wasn't the one, if they didn't hit them, but they're fucking mad for one. They want to go fucking fight them. They're scared. They're shaking. They gotta call somebody.
Or they feel like they're in trouble.
They're in trouble.
Yeah, they're gonna get arrested or something.
They're crying about their car.
Panicking.
They don't know what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
They feel like they're doomed.
Feel like it's the end of the world.
Yeah, feels like it's the end of the world. Again, I don't think like that.
Yeah, you're like, but it's not.
Yeah,
you're like, if anything, I'm pissed because now I got to deal with all this stress.
Yeah, and I was like, damn, it's gonna be a long road, but you'll get there. I mean, and that's just for anything that happens in life, Anything I've done, I feel like it's just always like, damn, okay, it sucks.
But you just always find a way around it.
Yeah. My brother got bit by a dog when he was younger, one of our dogs that we had, but he ended up biting him close to his eye, but my brother basically had a whole like open wound, like his flesh was hanging,
Yeah.
and it was just, excuse me, it was just so deep, and it's enough for somebody to panic.
Yeah.
He was kind of like hyper. I mean, he was going through the pain and
Yeah.
freaking out that he almost lost his eye too. But we took him to the ER. But I was the most calm. Like, okay, get in the car. I gotta find the hospital, and I'm
Yeah.
looking back in the mirror, see how he's doing. See, he's not gonna faint or like pass out, or how much blood is he losing. But I'm still being mindful. I gotta keep driving to the hospital. If
Damn.
I don't keep this car in check, if my eyes are not on the road, I'm gonna cause another accident. I have to speak to the people when I get there. I have to let them know what happened. And
Yeah.
my mom is the one,
Like
in the
panicking.
bag.
Yeah.
But I get it. That's her son.
Yeah.
But yeah, in situations like that, again, I had to be very calm. I had to think about all the possibilities, and
You keep your composure. You're a man
yeah,
of composure. You just,
yeah.
I mean, I would say you
So
probably,
maybe is that why? Maybe even with my own self sabotaging my mental state, I also try to just calm myself down because hey, it could be worse.
it could
You
be.
could be dead.
Mhm.
And even maybe death is not the worst. Maybe death
Or
is
you could have no
fine.
legs.
And that's still fine. I will get a robotic leg.
Mm-hmm.
It's
But
what
yeah,
it's
like you said,
called.
it's always worse.
If I
But
don't have legs, it's fine too.
I think,
People have people make it without those things. They're okay. It sucks. Is it hard? Yeah, but you do it. At the end of the day, man, I think I'm just an overthinker.
mhm.
And that may be a good thing or a bad thing, but it has helped me.
I feel like there's pros and cons to
Overthinking.
overthinking.
Yeah.
Because at one hand, you're thinking of all the outcomes, and you take a better look at everything, and you think about it before it happens. But on the other hand, overthinking is almost like it stops you. It hinders you a lot from a lot of things. Because I'm an overthinker, so I mean, it has its pros and cons. Depending on the situation.
Yeah. One of the negative things about overthinking is, for me, when I'm expecting something, like say I apply for a job, for
Hmm.
example, and I want the job. I think I got it. I'm being positive, right?
Hmm.
But I'm also being realistic in the sense of like, let me not get overhyped and over think that I got this.
Hmm.
Let me humble myself and be like, hey, if I don't get it, it's cool. Makes me sad, sure.
Hmm.
But I'm expecting to not get it because, there's a possibility.
Yeah.
But I'd rather let myself down first than they let me down. But I'm not saying I'm bringing myself down completely.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. I'm still hopeful. I think I got it. But I think it hurts you more when you're thinking, I got it. Like, hey, I'm telling everybody, hey, dude, I got the job. I got the job. And you don't get it. And that sucks because
So
you beat yourself.
you're pretty much you're saying like setting yourself up for failure
Yeah, but
in a
that
way.
sounds like a bad thing.
In
A
a
lot of
way.
people don't like that I do that because it's like to be more optimistic. It's like,
Mhm.
no, I am, but I don't want to hype it. I'd rather be realistic and the sense of like, there's also a chance I might not get it, but if I do get it, I'm forever grateful. But if I don't, hey, that's okay. There's a next time, or I try something different.
Mhm.
I don't know. That sounds like a bad thing.
I guess
I prepare for the worst. That's
I
what I'm
guess you're
saying.
someone that has no expectations, right?
Expectations I've always said that are a bad thing.
They lead to disappointment.
Exactly. And that goes for anything for
Mhm.
anybody. I could not expect things from you. I could think that you do them,
Mhm.
but if you don't, I'm not mad. It's just like, well,
You're like, I didn't expect it, so
I
I'm not
didn't.
disappointed.
Yeah, but even if I did expect it, it's cool because I already knew.
Yeah.
That's so like, what's the word? I don't know what the word is, but that's just how I think.
Mhm.
So
No, it's good to not have expectations. That way, if something does happen, that you really see positive, it's that much more of a positive thing. as opposed to you're expecting something, expecting it doesn't happen, then you're just being let down. You know, you're overhyping it, and it's not as good as it ends up being, and you get disappointed.
Expectations
Lead to
are,
disappointment.
yeah, they're terrible during a relationship, friendship, anything.
Work shit,
Yeah,
business.
you can't
Everything.
expect people to think like you
Mm-hmm.
and act like you.
Is
They're
that
not you.
is that something that you've carried with you? You would say like throughout your whole life,
Yes,
not expecting things,
yeah. Throughout my whole
not
life, I
expecting
felt
certain outcomes.
yeah, but I think that's helped me. It hasn't hurt me in that
Mm-hmm.
sense. It's helped me be more mindful and know that humans are flawed. I'm one of them, you
Mm-hmm.
know. So yeah,
Mm, that's pretty good. I like it. That's a good. That's something good to live by.
it's my code.
It's your code. That's one of your codes.
Absolutely. Never thought about it like that, but yeah,
So I guess yeah, that's one of your codes that you live
it's one
by.
of my things that I live by. Yeah.
Have no expectations and
Mm.
just do it. Either do it or don't. Have no expectations.
When I was younger, I used to think a lot about the future, and I used to make scenarios of like how I wanted my life to go.
Mm-hmm.
And as I kept getting older, I realized that things don't go as planned.
Yeah.
You know, things are always something. Even if you try your hardest to keep things in line, there's something that's gonna move you or like shake things for you.
Yeah. And
But are
derail
you
you.
ready for that? You know, most people are forgetful about that. I
Yeah.
think that's what it is. I'm always ready for when disaster or anything comes my way. I've never think that in this moment of grace, this period of peace, I'll be okay.
Hmm.
Because today I could have it all. Tomorrow I could not. No one's gonna tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
But are you ready for when that happens, or are you not ready? Again, no one's ready,
No
right?
one's
If you
ready.
lose everything tomorrow, your house burns down. You don't have that planned out. You don't know what's gonna happen.
That's true.
But if you're stable here and you know, hey, it's gonna be okay, and you are ready because you know that you could find something. You could find a place with friends. You could find a place with a hotel. You know, you could whatever the case.
Mm.
There's help for you.
Yeah. There's always a way out.
There's always a way out. Did you lose your home or your memories and all the stuff that you cherish? Yeah, it sucks. You weren't ready for that, but materialistic stuff, your life and your families, and you're fine. Y'all will figure it out. Is it a? It's a moment in your life that y'all all had to come together or struggle or try to get out of it. But it's just like a chapter, a new chapter that you weren't even asking for. It just happened.
It just happened.
And I think that's what life is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So again, having expectations, having a sane mind.
Yeah.
It's something that's necessary for everyday living.
That's true. So,
All of a sudden, I'm not depressed.
in conclusion, do we believe in romance? Absolutely. Do we wish to get married one day? Yeah. Someday. And depression, got to get yourself out of
Fake.
it. It's fake.
It's fake news. Just kidding.
Fake news.
It's not fake, guys. It's real.
Don't expect anything. You know, expectations lead to disappointment.
Expect this.
So expect for this episode to end.